TSP, we like to welcome you. Every show we drop a gem on you to invest in you. We giving you the game, not no lame shit. These other podcasts talk about the same shit. We talk sports, world news, entertainment. Good eats on that grill, we get dangerous. TSP, we like to welcome you. Your day, week, month, we hope that we can help you through.
Yes, sir. TSP episode 219. I'm your host, Bobby Hall, and with me, as always, that's my co-host, Dylan Savage. Dylan, happy New Year's, my man. How we doing?
Happy New Year's, Bobby. Doing all right. How about yourself?
All right. So far, we're 3 days in. Not quite, almost. Did the 12 grapes thing, and so far, seems to be doing a little bit better than last year. We're early in the game, but that might have been. You might be right, man. That might be. I think last year you said you were just kind of even keel. I would love that. That'd be a perfect year for me. Even keel, nothing crazy. That's where I'm at so far. 3 days in, so fingers crossed.
Yeah, I'm. The vision of you crawling under a table to eat 12 grapes is kind
under this desk right here. I'm at right now. Getting down there was fine. Getting up, that's a different story.
Yeah, the 8 showed.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate. I didn't do anything, so I did not do any grapes. Didn't do nothing. Just honestly, New Year's Eve kind of it came, it creeped up. Next thing you know, it's midnight, and then just said Happy New Year's, hugged and kissed the wife and kids, and we were at the Stolar's residence. They held a little get together there, played some cards. I mean it was a good time. Shared some laughs, and yeah, it was fun. Yeah, it was fun. The weather obviously came in. We drove back. I'm a professional, so we got back about 4 a.m.
Oh, you guys left that night. Wow.
Yeah, definitely. We're people of a nature and habit of liking our own bed. You know, like we love the hospitality, great hospitality. But just something about, I don't know, just being in your own bed, regardless of the time you get back. That's why I always drive back when I hang out up north, is what I say.
Yeah, but you don't have the kids with you.
That's true.
They move there, but I mean, I totally get that. I'd much rather be in my own bed than sleeping on somebody's couch or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, the kids passed out. They're out like a light, you know, that all the way through the car ride, and then I remember being a kid on those kind of travels, going whatever family Christmas parties or whatever the case is. And those trips were like time traveling because you'd pass out in the car and you wake up you're from the bumps of your driveway and you're like, holy shit, I'm already home. It's like, those are great times. Or just like, you know, I mean, even being like a kid back then, I can see how my kids probably feel now, but they went to sleep they had like a little like sleepover in the Stolar's daughter's house in the bedroom, and they wake up in their own beds. I can only imagine that experience.
Yeah. Did you have your Epic Focus leveled up?
I did. I had a nice peach with me on the way home. Yeah. Didn't finish it all because I wanted to get some sleep, as you would assume here. I didn't want to stay up all night, but yeah. I had some peach with me, some Epic Focus, and it was some bad roads, man. I mean, I almost lost it at work. I almost ended the year in a tragic way because those doubles, man, they don't take black ice too kindly. And yeah, I saved it. My biggest scare, my ass took a big chunk out of the seat I was in as I was clinching, and it was great. It was not great actually. It was terrifying, but you get the gist. It was great that I saved it because I was I got the doubles, man. I got the doubles, and it was like I see my kite in the mirror. And you're not supposed to see the logo of the company. And I got it straightened out just in time because when I gripped onto some traction there on the roads where it's finally salted, and the kite was on 2 wheels, and it whipped it back straight. And I was like, holy shit, that could have been a bad situation.
Wow. And that right there is why you can hang up your vest, on the wall again someday.
Yeah, we don't wear vests. Don't wear vests as a driver, but maybe throw my keys up in there on a rafter.
Yeah, or just sign because you got the GOAT 2.0s, so maybe sign those and throw them on an electric wire or something over there. But not all good news though for you, unfortunately.
No.
Not the worst because this is just fantasy football, but money's on the line. So, and also, this isn't the first time where you've made it to the championship dance.
3 of the last 4 years.
But you were left, I guess, catching the bouquet for next year instead of going down the aisle. So, unfortunately, yeah, Scott's Tots, who were in a prime position to pull off an upset against, Team TT, who was probably far and above the best team in the league all year long. And I got to tip my cap to him because he made a hell of a move, chess move, poaching, was it Burden from Chicago Bears. I think he must have scouted your roster and seen DJ Moore was, kind of, he was sick or something that week, right?
Questionable at the last minute.
So just grabbing him up and putting him on his team so you couldn't have him. Even though you did pick up Loveland, their tight end, but ultimately decided to go with DJ Moore. So even with that move, if you had decided to start the tight end, we'd be telling a different story. But obviously, if you had Burden from the get, that you wouldn't be starting one of those guys. But
yeah, because that's
play
the
with
thing.
what you got.
Either way, I wouldn't have started either of them, whether I had Burden on my roster or not. I mean, DJ Moore was the play. I was going to play.
Oh yeah,
regardless.
you still would have started DJ Moore, huh? Okay.
Yeah. I
mean, if you would have picked him up, you're putting him in.
No, I mean, if DJ Moore was not going to play, then Loveland would have went in or Burden would have went in either way. But I mean, it was a nice chess move to poach Burden just in case for security reasons. And I felt very comfortable picking up Loveland. I saw that he made the Burden move, and I saw that DJ Moore was questionable, and I was like, that makes sense. So I picked up Loveland, felt really comfortable with that as a backup option. And he scored plenty of points, 14 more than DJ Moore did. So DJ Moore just ran bitch routes and cleared out the way for Burden, who had a career day in a young rookie season. So, I mean, good for him. It's unfortunate for me. That's the way the dice rolls, man, because DJ Moore was scoring 20-plus points the past 3 weeks in a row. And I wouldn't think just because he has a little flu that he couldn't get a couple of receptions because, I mean, as the final result, I only was 1.5 points away, which would have been basically a 10-yard reception. That's all I really needed.
Yeah, to be honest, the way Christian McCaffrey was playing, I thought he was just going to put the team on his back and carry it through. Because when I went to bed that night, I think you were 8 points away at halftime. Yeah. So I thought for sure you had it in the bag. And then, I woke up to your text message and went and checked the score and couldn't believe what I seen, man. But, hey, 2.5x the money, so there you go. I'm sorry, no, what was it? 3.5x the money. So, yeah, you take that all day. First time in the league where both first and second took both bonuses. So, those are the two best teams, I think I would say. We'll see what comes, next year, man. You can finally finish the story. We'll see.
I mean, every year's different. So, I mean, the past is the past, moving forward, and we'll see what next year brings. Just gotta, study and scout, and it's gonna be a challenge. It's never easy.
And I've already got a new guy coming in the mix because I had to boot out an OG because I don't get it, Dylan. This isn't the end all be all, but and $40 isn't gonna make or break somebody, but it's still there's money on the line. So people that don't set their rosters, that drives me up a wall. I hate it. I was out of the playoff race probably with a good 3 or 4 weeks left. I'll still set my roster because I don't want to give away a free win because there's usually at the end of the year there's a good 2-3 teams, maybe sometimes 4 teams vying for that 6th spot in the playoffs. So for somebody to get a free win, I think that's bullshit. And this person did that same thing in the playoffs, which is crazy. Twice in 3 years. So I had to give him the boot. Hate to do it to one of the founding members, but I explained last time, you do this shit again, you're out. He did it again. So Gave him the boot. Got another guy coming in, so we'll have a new face, and onward we go.
Don't play no games like the commander in chief. You say something, you're going to do it.
Got to. I don't like that comparison very much, but
yeah,
same deal. Yeah.
Hey, he don't play no
games.
To
play fantasy football. I don't care how busy you are. We're all busy. We all got kids. We all got full-time gigs, etc. But I don't give a fuck what anyone says in this day and age. You're on your phone for hours at a time throughout the day. You got 15 minutes to check your roster, put something together. I don't care what anyone says. Right?
I mean, I don't know. Some guests that we've interviewed, man, I don't know if they have 15 minutes. So
shit, they got 30 hours somehow. We've talked to a few people.
No, we all got 24 hours. They utilize it way better than myself. I mean, I'm not going to speak for you, but
people, they probably got zero fantasy championships.
Hey, I'm right there with them though. So what can I say? What can I say?
I went back to back in one league. It's a free league, but we play for a championship belt, so I enjoy that one.
I think I have one, right? I think I've won it once.
I have to go back and look. I've never won in that league, which is crazy. I've been in since the dawn of, or the creation of the motherfucker 13 years ago.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, I don't know, but yeah, next year should be fun.
I'm the fucking commish, man. I'm gonna have to start pulling some strings so I can get some dubs.
Yeah, I'm excited to get our. We're talking about fantasy football. I'm excited to get when our guest comes on. Talk about reality. Mm-hmm. Reality football just as bad as my fantasy. So,
yeah, I'm excited about that. But yeah, before we bring him on, you got a resolution this year? I feel like everyone's died
resolutions.
By February.
What are they?
How it is, but
what are resolutions? You just like letting everyone know what your insecurities are and just what you want to work out, what you think is terrible about yourself.
We already do that.
Yeah, honestly, just probably be more disciplined, man. I find ways of making excuses for myself and talking myself internally out of things that maybe I can just work out tomorrow, or I just want to be more mentally focused and aware and more disciplined. I got goals for myself, even in my 30s. I got goals for myself, and I want to accomplish those goals. And it's going to take a lot of hard work. And I think my biggest thing is it's like diet, dude. Diet's so hard because food's good. Food's great. And it's very easy to be like, I can eat this because I'll just work it off later. I mean, that's just not how it works. That's how you just, spin tires in the mud. So it's like, you gotta, like Chris Bumstead tells you, stop being a bitch. Because when you're dieting, you're going to be hungry. And you just have to have the mental fortitude to just get over it and push through and realize what the fucking the end goal is. I mean, there's a diet, there's a cutting season and a bulking season. The cutting's going to suck. It's not supposed to be fun. The bulking's when it's going to be a little bit more fun because you can afford the extra calories and all that shit. But yeah, first and foremost, got to bulk before you cut. I would like to see the number 200 of like healthy weight. So I got a ways to go. If I can add about 30 pounds of muscle, I'll be walking on my fist, baby. Watch out.
There you go. Start calling you Dylan Tate.
Dylan Tate? Yeah. He's not 200 fucking pounds of muscle.
I don't know what he is. I'm just fucking with you. He's just one of those alpha male guys. But, my resolution, I guess, I got a couple of them, Dylan. First, I'm interested to see how you feel with this because I've seen a post. It says the average person, which I don't know if that is somebody that has kids, what their lifestyle is like, but the average person, according to whoever, and maybe this is just some made-up number, they have sex 51 times a year. Which doesn't
the
sound
average
like a lot,
person?
Throughout the span of a year, but when you break it down,
that's a lot.
Yeah.
That's once a week.
Yeah.
No fucking shot that's happening on average.
See, that's what I'm saying. I don't know what the average person is. I don't know. It's got to be somebody like in their 20s, single, like, or not even single, but like no kids.
Certainly no kids. Certainly no
initially
kids.
when I heard the number, I'm like, that's low. There's 365 days a year. But when you like break it down, like you said, it's basically once a week. But even then, if you do that's 4 times a month, or 4 times a month, you times that by 12, that's only 48 times. So really, you got to fit in
4 times a
three,
month.
3 more in that span. But yeah, it's kind of sounds sad to say when you really break it down, 4 times a month.
I don't know, man. I'm like fucking poverty over here.
So that's one thing I'm shooting for.
I'm like shaking a tin cup over here.
I told Tori, I was like, I want to be average this year. Let's go.
Did you break down the numbers though?
I got 1 on the board, baby.
All right. We're gonna be breaking.
You probably don't like me saying that, but 1 on the board for you, boy.
Oh, what are you guys fucking abstinent or something? Like I'm pretty sure we're all adults here.
Well, I mean, still.
I gotta go into detail about it.
I don't give a shit. But I told her, I was like, I'm gonna mark it down. I'm marking them down.
Marking them down. Yeah. You know what? I should probably get a calendar, like a mini calendar, just for that. You know.
Yeah.
Like just pop up the booklet.
Start doing it on the wall above me here.
Tally chart. And the next time I come over there better be a little more tallies.
Well, yeah, for sure. And the other one, I mean, it's a little more mild. I'm just jumping back on what I did for 2024, because last April I had finally completed a full year of no candy, no sweets, and I just jumped right back on the train deal. I've learned quickly there's no middle ground for me. It's either I'm all the way in or I'm all the way out. And once I jumped back on the train in April, oh man, I was all the way in. Candy all the time. So
no more candy.
I'm getting that out of there. I don't really have like a set time or date, but when that'll be. But yeah, I gotta, until I can figure out how to just like be chill with it. Because it's just one of those things. It's almost like some of that relapses. Once you get that fix, and it's candy too, so it's like readily available everywhere. You know, it's not like somebody that's on like drugs where you gotta like go some sketchy lengths to get the shit.
Can't even check out of the fucking store without seeing a whole aisle of it.
That's what I'm saying. And there's just always, and anymore in this day and age, it's like there's a new flavor of this, new flavor of that every week. So, we're cutting that back out, and we're gonna try to, like, right now my fixation due to the New Year's thing is since then I've been smashing some grapes. Not crazy, because really, there's a lot of sugar in grapes too.
You freeze them?
I don't know. I have before, where I used to do a thing where like I would roll them in lemon juice and then like a sugar-free like gelatin mix and then freeze it, and that was like a nice little, almost like sour candy replacement. Whereas like it's still got probably a decent amount of sugar in it, but there's at least some nutritional value alongside with it. Whereas candy is just
sugar-free though, right?
Shit. Well, like the grapes themselves, like they're pretty packed with sugar. You can't just pound.
Gotcha. Just different types of sugar. Like apples are full of sugar.
It's like refined.
Good sugar. Yeah.
Right.
That should be fine though.
But that's where we're at. But D'Lo, we're gonna bring our first guest on for 2026. We had somebody else in place originally, but they had to reschedule. And I've been wanting to get my guy on here back with us. He had originally joined us for episode 115 back on July 19th of 2021, Dylan, which is crazy. It doesn't, like, the episode, that was only 114 episodes ago, but we took a whole year off, and we only do this once a week. So, 4.5 years ago, it was first time. And at that time, he was a truck chief for ThorSport, and he's moved on to be crew chief, so just climbing the ranks. And we're going to bring him back on and see how things are going on that side of things. He's a Browns fan, Notre Dame fan too, Dylan. So I told him I want to get his thoughts on, if he thinks that Notre Dame got the, snubbed out of the CFB, or the CFP, sorry, of CFB. We'll see. We'll get his thoughts.
Okay.
I think all football talk is going to be very, could get a little explosive here, pro and college. We'll see. We're going to get into a little MMA talk. And then I listened back to the episode just to kind of get a little refresher. I never asked him the 18-year-old question the first time, the go around. So I owe him that. He's had 4.5 years to think about it. So we'll see what his answer is. But D'Lo, today for episode 219, we have Josh Hankish joining us today. Jay Hank, how we doing, man? Welcome back. 4.5 years. Good to see you. Good to talk to you. How we doing, man?
Good, man. Thanks for having me. It's been a long time.
Yeah, very long time. Even though it doesn't feel like that long ago. Kind of, life flies by, man. But a lot of things have changed. Really, for all of us. Like I said, when we first had you on episode 115, you were a truck chief, and now you're a crew chief. So kind of climbing the ranks there. I was fortunate enough to tour the facility over there, ThorSport in Sandusky, back this past July, which was incredible. I definitely recommend anyone in this area, like Northwest Ohio, or either way, like wherever. If you want to check out a pretty cool facility, race car facility, it's awesome, man. It's like it kind of reminded me of like the Armory in like Dark Knight, because there's just like there's those like elevators that take the cars down, the floors below or floors above them, and just stuff everywhere, man. It was incredible. It was really cool.
Yeah, I was glad you came. Glad you got to see it, because I feel like some people just think, NASCAR, kind of redneck, just car off the showroom, and it's far from that. And it's hard to explain to somebody until you actually see it, So I'm glad you got to come see that and see what it's all about, because there is a lot to it.
Yeah, and I also learned, like, I feel like you can't be somebody that's taller than 6 foot to drive those cars. I mean, that's like it's not a lot of room in there.
Yeah, they're very small, very tiny, not a lot of room in there. A lot of safety stuff that they've come up with over the last couple decades, and there's not a lot of room for activities in there.
Yeah.
What's what would it cost? Because I've seen streamers do it before. I'm not sure because they're obviously famous and have connections like that. But what would it cost to drive one of them bad boys around for a couple laps?
I don't know about for a couple laps, because I don't really do that. But just, I guess, for perspective, like it basically takes, depending on what team, the caliber of what team, but I would say anywhere from $2 to $4 million to run for a full season, sponsorship money. Yeah.
Well, I can start a GoFundMe.
And that's just the Truck Series, which is only 25 races. Where the Cup Series, that's on Sundays. That's 36, 37 races a year. I can't even imagine how much that costs to fund a full season of that.
Well, I'll have to get to work. Never mind.
Yeah.
Well, we talked about a deal on that. His first episode, he did say if we ever had a TSP racing team, he'd chief it. So we got to make it happen.
I do have some lineage with racing, not trucks,
okay.
Nothing like that. But there is what's that other style? It's usually like, I don't know what fucking car it's called, man. It's like not funny car, but I wish I just
drag racing.
Not drag racing, but they go like on it's not sprint car. It might be sprint car, but yeah.
Yeah, sprint cars. That's like dirt track stuff.
Dirt tracks. They also go on pavement too.
Yep.
My
Not
grandpa used to build them.
but...
Yeah.
Huh.
Grandpa and uncle used to build those cars, and they'd have like racers for them and stuff. And it was always cool to see that in the garage growing up as a kid when I was over there. But hey, it's in the blood, so I have a chance. And as earlier stated, I saved it from wreckage. That's also a semi truck, but I mean, I think I can translate it to the track.
Yeah. If we ever get the team together, maybe you can be our driver. Ready to set out, man.
Yeah, I would love to. I volunteer.
We got our friend of show here, former brief roommate of yours, and Nick Snides in here, said he needs to get a tour of ThorSport, man. So, yeah, Snides, get up in there, man.
I can't believe he's never been there.
And it's incredible to have a place like that that's an hour away. You wouldn't think that, we'd have something like that here, which you said, you guys are the only team outside. Everyone else is like in the Carolinas or whatever, right?
Yep.
Pretty much?
Yep.
Yeah, so I don't know if we asked the first time. I don't remember we did, but like, why did they choose this area of all areas to set up shop?
Just the owner of the team, him and his family. That's where they live, and they, most teams are in North Carolina. He likes to march to the beat of his own drum, so he's dead set on it being in Ohio, which is great. I'm super thankful for that. that I get to live at home still and live out my dream, dream career. And I'm super thankful. It's very lucky that is here, and I'm forever appreciative of that.
Yeah, man. I was gonna get your thoughts, man, on the career as a whole. We were talking. You're about to enter your 13th year. This is crazy. I mean, you're a vet, man. You're a vet in the
Yeah.
game. So, what are your thoughts on the career? I guess thus far.
Yeah. I basically spent 11 years being a truck chief in the truck series and was always had the dream and ambition to be a crew chief. And then 2 years ago, I got that opportunity with it was a team. We ran 20 of the 25 races, multiple drivers throughout the year. It was a great opportunity for me to get into it with some rookie drivers, kind of make some mistakes, learn from them, and then I got the promotion to then spend last year with Matt Crafton, who's a 3-time NASCAR Truck Series champion, undoubtedly a NASCAR Hall of Famer one day. Somebody that I've always looked up to and admired, and to get to spend his final year full-time racing as his crew chief was an honor. Performance-wise, got to get better. Got to work hard. Just got to get better. Been working really hard. Just the results have not been there. A lot of it's just been bad luck, but I'm never going to stop working, and the results will eventually come.
How is the team looking? You guys are getting ready in the next probably month and a half, 2 months for the 2026 season, man. How are things looking so far?
Good. First race is January 13th in Daytona. Okay. We race on the Friday night at Daytona. We actually have a test in Rockingham, North Carolina, about third week of January. That will there's been some rule changes, so they gave NASCAR, the Truck Series, a test there to just see how the trucks react to the new rules that are implemented. And I guess we'll find out there, how everybody's looking. That'll be a good test to see how everybody stacks up. How you not only against the teams in your shop, but also the teams that we'll be competing with against all year.
Now you stated that racing and NASCAR, people just think of like the rednecks and all that kind of stuff, but you said it's much more than that. For those out there that don't watch NASCAR on a weekly basis or any time at all, what would you say goes into in each day-to-day or even week-to-week basis throughout the season?
First off, throughout the season, just the grind of racing week in, week out, a lot of back-to-back weeks. There's times where we run 8 races in a row, and that's not just showing up, to a different racetrack every week. That's having a truck prepared for the next race or the next 2 races ahead. Just the detail that goes into preparing them. I mean, at the end of the day, when you're building these things, somebody's life is in your hands, so you have to take it very seriously. And then just the detail that it takes, the simulation that goes into it that we do remotely, like at the Ford Performance Center. Basically, we're simulating being at the racetrack before we even go there. It's like a very expensive video game. We can sit in Sandusky, Ohio, in our conference room while the drivers will be in Charlotte, North Carolina, Ford Performance Center, and we can make changes like they're driving the actual truck on a souped-up video game before they even go there.
Wow. Yeah, it's because like I said, I don't watch NASCAR very often, but I do know some things about it to where there's multiple trucks per team. It's not just one truck, people. And there's a real science to it all, based on even down to like the tire pressure, the tire texture, different tires for different environments and conditions, and just all that kind of stuff. I mean, there is a lot that goes into it, folks, and it really is a science. And it's kind of cool too. I think you mentioned that possibly last time you were on with the video game simulation and like how high tech that is.
Yeah, in video game, they would probably be very pissed off me referring to it as a video game because it's far more elaborate than that, and there's so much more money put into it than that. So, video game's really not fair, but just for context, that's what we call it sometimes.
We got another comment here from another great friend of the show, Todd Stahl. Said he's pretty sure you made SportsCenter once. Is that a fact?
That's probably pretty true. There's been a few viral clips over the last couple of years that I've been collected in. So I think, that's very possible.
Which is a good segue, Deal. If you want to play that TikTok real quick, I had no idea this is a thing until about 4 hours ago. It's great. I definitely am looking forward to getting the backstory on this once you play it. Unbelievable.
Oh, is there even sound? Oh,
Upper left.
Didn't hear it. I heard 8. Hirschman heard it, and then they repeated 88.
let's go back.
Well, guys, I didn't hear it. I heard 8. Hirschman heard it, and then they repeated 88. All right, I told you before that, but it just set off before, so they must have to review the video. Improper fueling.
This is crew chief Lucas.
Well,
So
guys,
before we get the story on that, who is talking right now?
That would be during the race, the driver has he has radio earbuds in, and he can talk to us. I can talk to him, and then also there's a spotter that would be up above the grandstands because they can only see, like you've seen, they can only see so much inside the vehicle. So there's a guy standing up in the grandstand above the grandstands that talks to him like you got a truck 2 car lengths back, somebody's inside of you, outside of you. So there's usually just open communication between the 3 of us during the race, and so that was what you're hearing. They were playing over the TV in the back, TV in the background of that.
So yeah, I mean, I gotta know because you were devastated in that
Yeah,
video there. I mean,
absolutely.
That's got 75,000 likes, so that's definitely got to be a 6 or 7 figure view count. Yeah. So
I mean, it's
what
crazy
there?
the amount of people that I took my daughter to the Mud Hens game for a field trip that next week and had people asking me about that, like parents from the school.
Wow.
Like that's how, and I feel like I was done very dirty. That was just a small clip of what you seen on TV. But what had happened was that was the race at Texas. There was about 10 laps to go, and there was a caution. And there was only 6 trucks on the lead lap, and we were 5th or 6th in that order, which that's like a lottery ticket. There's only basically 6 of you that can win the race. Then with the yellow coming out, 30 other trucks pinned a lap down. You get to pit, put 4 tires on, and have a chance to win. The season had really not been going great at that point, and it kind of felt like this is a pivotal moment. If we can win here, we might make the playoff. We can make the playoffs. And we'd had a string of penalties on pit road. And then that night in Texas, 10 laps to go, run 6. We had a great pit stop, come out 5th, chance to win. Then we had a pit road violation, which means we've had to start at the tail end of the longest line, which would basically make you start 30th. So you went from having a chance to win, maybe flip the season, to you're screwed. And I just, in that moment, felt like the weight, like, holy shit, this season is slipping away from us, because it was just constant pit road penalties, bad luck, poor performance on our part. And it all kind of hit at that moment. And they caught it. And they put some really shitty music to that to make make me look like a real sad boy. They left out the part where I'm, punching the top of the pit box, ready to throw my headset. But they doctored that up, and it got a ton of views.
Yeah, how'd you find out you were in a, I guess, viral clip?
Like that night, I was getting text messages, people sending it to me on TikTok, and then it's just crazy. Days later, you text messages from people you haven't heard from in years, like, "Hey, have you seen this?" Like, "Yeah, dude, I've seen it plenty of times." I did not love it at the time. It was kind of, I thought, embarrassing, but you know what? It's pretty funny. Got a hell of a lot more views than any other TikTok if you scroll through that page. So I guess it's funny. You got to laugh about it now.
Yeah, I went through the comments thinking that it was going to be like a roast session, but it was just like people saying that they hate NASCAR.
Yeah.
It used to be this, and what happened to the sport, and which I don't know why they're doing that on that video of all videos, but yeah, that's crazy, man. And then Dylan, he sent us a tweet, a video from a tweet as well, I think from the NASCAR account on Twitter. This one's pretty good too.
Yeah, let me get that one pulled up here.
I think the clips near the good shit's near the end.
Race tonight, couple not so happy. Cam Waters and the 66 Racing Lane Riggs on the final lap.
Just got away from Cam down on the bottom, and he had to use up Lane Riggs to save his truck. Lane gets that spot. They're battling for 18th. You hate to go down like that for 18th, but I don't think it was anything intentional by Waters. He just got sideways. Probably coming to say what happened, or to apologize. It looked like Cam was pretty calm about it. Lane, not so much. What do you see, Phil?
Yeah, I see the same thing. You know, obviously Cam was on the inside. He got loose, forced Lane up into the outside wall. I'm glad they're not wobbling out in the way of those trucks that are coming by at a high rate of speed. And some of the crew members get involved, and just racing. Cam Waters, I'm sure, coming from where he comes from, the racing he usually does, this is quite a bit different for anything he's ever done.
First race tonight, couple not so happy. Cam Waters.
What were you saying?
So,
what were the words?
That was a little bit different of a scenario. The first one, you
Yeah.
were devastated and melancholy and sad. This one, you were fired up.
Yeah, this would have been 2 years ago. Cam Waters, that was the 66 truck team that I was crew chief of. Cam Waters is from Australia. So I got the opportunity to work with him. He came over and ran 2 races. And so basically, a truck series team, you take 2 trucks to the racetrack each week. In case something crazy happens in qualifying and practice, then you have a backup truck. You're not totally screwed. You know, you're still able to race. So a lot of times, like if this race was at Kansas and we're racing at Texas the next week, you take your Kansas truck as your backup just to save some work on your guys, get loaded, focus on the primary truck for that race. So like Michael Waltrip said there, we were racing for 18th on the last lap. And then like Lane Riggs, super talented driver, just at that time maybe had a little bit to learn, a little bit of patience, and he kind of held Cam's door tight, which kind of caused him to get up into each other, and then they beat him back going down the straightaway, which then tore the whole right side off of our truck, which meant that we could not use that as a backup truck for the next week. We got to cut the whole right side of the body off, the nose off, the tail off. And you could take it as a backup. I think that's what we were going to do then, but it just requires so much more work for your guys. That's more time they're working, more time they're away from their families. We already travel, you know, or gone enough. And that just basically added so much more work for 18th place. It's not like they were going for the win. It's not like they're going for a top 5. It was just very silly, in my opinion. And yeah, it was pretty fucking hot because it was just dumb. It was for what it was not worth, you know, putting all your guys through all this extra work then the next week.
What was the driver saying back to you?
I don't remember. I feel like I kind of blacked out in that moment. I mean, I think he's kind of like, it's just racing. Well, that's dumb racing. There's such a thing as smart racing, dumb racing. And to tear 2 good, clean trucks up at the end of a 200-lap race for 18th place is just silly.
Yeah, that's I mean, I've seen some heated situations on Sports Center or anything like that where it's like, I'm just happy that there's no fisticuffs coming, you know, because I mean, obviously I can only imagine what the penalties are for that. I mean, it seems like they were in the wrong based on my observation of this clip. They were in the wrong, and you were just giving the business. You were just telling it how it is.
And usually they like for the drivers to handle it between themselves. And I get that to a point. But when it affects me and how much I have to work, and then my 8 other guys that work with me, you know, I'm going to stand up for them. So that's in that moment what I was doing. Right or wrong. So sometimes you just get caught up in the moment and do and say dumb shit.
Well, now, after seeing these videos, man, it makes me want to – I'm going to have to keep my eye out, man, see if we get any more Jay Hank clips.
Hopefully not.
Hopefully you bring the views in, man.
Yeah.
You
just never know.
I guess.
Never know what you're going to get.
Yeah. I want the next clip to be spraying some champagne.
Yeah, that's what it needs to be. It needs to be happy. It needs to be drinking beers at Victory Lane. Yes.
We had sad, pissed. No, yeah, we need happy.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna be keeping an eye on that. One thing I don't know if we can bring it up and talk about it, but you have a pretty dope perk of your job that I learned about during the tour there. Why don't you tell Dylan and everyone that's watching exactly what that is? Because I think it's pretty incredible.
Yeah, basically all the crew chiefs and drivers that are part of a Ford performance race team, they get vehicles, which I'm super thankful for. We're very fortunate. It gives us the ability to take our guys to the airport, drive, even if our races are close, put all our guys in a vehicle and take them there in comfort. So I got a brand new 2025 Ford Expedition. Thing's beautiful.
Like custom.
I mean, super thankful.
However you want.
Yeah. Yep. Super thankful for that. It's very, very cool perk, and try to do the right things with it and give your guys a ride, you know, and help them travel in comfort.
If I remember correctly, like every year you just swap out, right?
Yeah, we'll see. Maybe next. I think we might take a year off or something. We get very spoiled with that. So, yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. I mean, I got a Ford. I'd like to have like Ford Mustang every year, just brand new coupe, souped up. Yeah, I need to take. I got one in the garage, but I need to take it to the strip. I think there's one over there, Norwalk.
Norwalk,
so
yeah.
We'll have to take it over there. I think, but the father-in-law, he takes his. What is it? It's not a Camaro. It's shoot. I forgot which one it is. It will come to me, but Epic Focus. And yeah, so going to go over there, drag race it a little bit, and see what that baby can do. Hopefully this year, once it warms up and gets nice.
Now, before we end up going into this triple threat of football talk, where we might just start, tearing each other apart, we might see the jank we saw in that last clip there. Once we get talking about some certain stuff, but Dylan, I sent you a clip from episode 115. Just some, it's a Dylanism, is what it is. Very funny, and I want you to watch it and see if you can explain yourself a little bit.
Yeah. I like that one. I've watched that many a time, mostly on VHS.
Yeah, I burned up the VHS tape on Toy Story 1. Burned it up.
Oh my god, I've never done that.
It was a pain in the ass. Did they ever have a tool? If they did, I should have, or if they didn't, I should have invented it as a 2-year-old, 3-year-old. But something to manually rewind the VHS tapes as opposed to using your fucking fingers and thumbs.
Yeah, it's called hitting the rewind button on the VCR. What the fuck are you talking about, Dylan?
They even sold the standalone rewind thing. You serious?
Oh yeah. There's that button.
Jesus,
I forgot about that.
Took me 6 hours to rewind tapes back in the day. By your finger. Oh my god. Jeez.
Maybe.
Forgot about that one.
Yeah, like I said, I listened back Friday while I was at work just to kind of get a refresh and stuff, just so maybe we weren't repeating the same questions. And we got to talking about the best sequels. I think, Dylan, you said the second Lord of the Rings. And I think I said Toy Story 2. Joe said Secret of the Ooze, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2. I don't remember what you said, Jay Hank.
I probably said Bad Boys 2. That's been my favorite movie since I was
100%
12.
Yep. I think initially, Dylan, I think you said The Dark Knight, but then you pivoted to the second Lord of the Rings.
Both up there. Both are pretty great. And I mean, I wonder if
you started going on about I don't know what the fuck, rewinding tapes with your hands.
Yeah, I definitely burned up those Toy Story tapes for sure. My hands look like SpongeBob's broken fingers. That's fucking awesome.
Snyder says my favorite clip is when Hank plucked out a crew member from the passenger window of a Crafton's truck on a pit stop after working on the ignition box at Martinsville. What was that?
Yeah, I'll have to look that up. There's basically it rained that day. Truck would not run. So one of the crew guys hopped in the truck and changed the ECU inside. And then I was standing outside. My buddy who was inside, he's much smaller than I am. So he's able to get in. I'm out kind of watching for when the pace car comes around to make sure you don't go a lap down. And I tap him on the shoulder and rip him out of that thing just in time, and actually about threw him out into traffic with other trucks coming down pit road. So, yeah, that's pretty
Todd saw this. So that's the clip he was talking about, too.
Yeah.
So, man, he said he can't find the video. I'd love to see that. I don't even know where we would look for that.
One might be gone. I don't know.
That's crazy, man. You got some
always something, dude.
Footage out there, dude.
You're gonna get I'm sure my mom and my wife cringe every time they see me on TV or hear my voice.
Man,
interesting. Yeah, I have to look for that one. That's probably lost for sure.
Let's see. Oh shit! All right, so now he just texted me the clip.
Really?
Oh, yep. Hold on.
Oh, don't watch it yet.
All right, I'm gonna text it to you, Dylan, but don't worry,
Yeah, send it that way, and I can probably find it from there. More than likely.
Appreciate
Sorry
that.
to put you on blast there, Josh, but we got to find it.
Yeah.
I'll be able to pull it up on my messages here and do it this way.
Oh, so it's going to be on Instagram, huh?
Yeah, I'll put it in the private chat just in case. There you go.
That's going to be a lot easier. Just do it that way, yep.
I'm excited to see this one. This one sounds
wild. One, yeah. It could have been a lot worse than what it was.
And I guess according to Todd, it's made it to Sports Center, so this must be
that probably might have been the one. That was actually
like the not top 10 or something.
Probably right.
Not
right
top 10. I forgot they had that. All right, pop this up, boom and boom. I don't know if I can make it bigger, but
yeah, try hovering on the video.
Nothing.
Yeah, you can see right there. One of my crew guys is inside the right side of the truck. You can see his hand right there, changing the ECU.
And then
do during
look at that.
Stop. Look at that.
Yeah, how about that? That's teamwork right there, wasn't it?
And guess what? He stayed out ahead of the rest of the field.
This is some WWE stuff here.
They're coming.
Watch out.
Out you go.
Yeah.
And then he just squeals the tires.
I'm glad he didn't let him go, because if he let him go, there was another truck coming. There it is right there.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, let me get out of here.
Wow.
Mechanics are incredible at what they do. The things that they actually can do during
look at that.
Stop. Look at that.
Yeah, how about that? That's teamwork, right?
Just rip him out of there.
Yeah. Yep, that's
hey, you got one every year, man. That was 23. The one before that was 24, and then the one you showed me was 25. So you're
what
good
will
for
be 26
once a year. Yeah.
Hopefully some wins, man.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah. Hoisting a trophy up. Hoisting a trophy. You can probably hoist that guy up, whoever that was.
Yeah. That guy right there, that's one of my best friends. He's from Wisconsin. His name's Tyler Contos. He's a Jets fan, so he shares our misery when it comes to
He's from Wisconsin. He's a Jets fan?
Yeah, he's kind of got a weird taste. Like, were the Jets popular in like in the '90s when we were, because he likes the Bulls. He likes the Bulls, Duke, Nebraska, things I feel like were good in the '90s, except the Jets. I'm not quite sure on that one.
Yeah, the Pack, because Brett Favre, Packers were really, and they won a Super Bowl in the '90s.
Yeah,
he screwed up there.
Yeah,
the other teams are all right, I guess. I mean, Bulls suck now, but yeah, damn, what a weird crossover there. I mean, but we can't really say anything, I guess.
Yeah, he's one of us. He understands.
Yeah, 100%. But D'Lo, I think it's I think it's time, man, to step into the arena here. I guess before we jump down each other's throats here, pause. We're in the midst of the college football playoff, which is a little bit of a sore subject for me personally, because I watched my team suck ass and partially ruin my New Year's Eve yet again, like they did a few years ago against Georgia. Crazy still to think about the fact that Ohio State's kicker missed the game-winning kick as midnight struck on New Year's Eve. Crazy. What a way to start the year. But, yeah, I mean, they expanded the bracket this year. Notre Dame did not make the cut. So a lot of people, I mean, probably mostly from that fan base, think that they should have made it in there. We watched Tulane and JMU get waxed as expected first round. What do you guys say, man? What do you think? They should have been in there, you think?
Well, so I look at it two ways. Honestly, I mean, if they just win one of those games, they're in. It's that simple. I mean, really, at the end of the day, you win one of those games. There's no question. You lost both those games by a combined 4 points back in August, but still, you win one of those. Now, are they one of the best 12 teams in the country? Absolutely. So that's where I think, they should be in. The Alabama move 2 weeks ahead of time, I just do not understand. I don't get that one. Yeah, and they moved up after they beat Auburn. They jumped Notre Dame. Notre Dame was not playing that week, and they jumped them, which I just don't understand that one. I feel like Alabama did not deserve to be there. Now, the Notre Dame's losses, that Texas A&M loss, that kind of looks bad. They looked kind of fraudulent when it came time for the playoffs. So probably should have won that one being a home game. But the Miami one, on the road in Miami, week 1, freshman quarterback. God, that's, that one hurt. But the Texas A&M one, I think. So basically, at the end of the day, I think they should have made it. They're one of the best 12 teams in the country. But if you just do your job and win one of those, you're in. So
I feel like pretty much until the end of time, just the simple fact that they don't play in a conference championship. Yeah. I mean, that's just going to be a big X.
And it makes their room for errors so much less. They got to be perfect. You can't really afford to lose two. But God, you'd think winning 10 straight should mean something. There are 2 losses. We're back when there's still sundress season. We're still wearing cutoffs and shorts. That's when there are 2 losses where they won 10 straight pretty handedly. I don't know. It sucks.
Who was their biggest win? Because those first 2 were their best teams,
probably.
Weren't they?
Yeah, probably USC. I guess after that.
That's probably
it.
That's everything else is pretty cupcakes.
But I get it's cupcake, but I mean it's basically an ACC schedule, and you sprinkle Navy in there. I mean, Navy would
USC,
be,
and then I don't know if you. I mean, Pitt was ranked.
Pitt was ranked at the time.
Powerhouse.
Yeah. I don't know, but it's an ACC schedule, so I feel like you can say that for the rest of the ACC teams, and they had a pretty good schedule.
Certainly one of the weaker ones of the Power 4, for sure.
But yeah, so that hurt them too. I mean, not really. There's not another, but it's not their fault.
I mean, Alabama got absolutely throttled in the SEC championship, and then I was shocked that they got in. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know how they look at the shit. They got to figure something out, because I get wanting to put in these teams like Boise and shit last year, Tulane this year, JMU, but all these teams just get waxed. They're just not in the same league.
Well, there was a time where they deserved a chance, right? Like when we were younger, and there was those Boise teams, the UCF team, those teams could compete. Well, now if they're remotely good, they're losing their talent year in and year out. So I feel like those teams are not what they once were. So did they deserve a seat at the time? Yes. Do they now? I think it's pretty obvious they don't.
Yeah, I don't know. That's gonna be the only, I guess, semi-positive. I guess, even though Ohio State's out now, is we got some new blood. For the most part. I mean, Miami, they've had their whole heyday back in the day, but it's been a long time for them. Ole Miss, I don't think it's ever won a natty. Indiana,
Indiana's the most losing college program of all time. I'm pulling for them. Great story. I like Kurt Cignetti. I mean, if I was a D1 athlete
for the Big Ten, but friend of the show, my good buddy, and he's been on the show before too, Dylan. Zach Ackenberg, he's on the staff at Ole Miss, so kind of room for those guys a little bit, because it'd be obviously be a pretty big thing for him. I would assume the strength and conditioning coaches would get a ring. I hope, or something.
I'm sure the whole program does.
Share in that moment, but
be great for Lane Kiffin too. He's getting paid.
He's got
getting paid every win. Every win. I think he's made $900,000 now.
He doesn't
off their playoff run.
No, that would just, I don't know. That'd make him look like such an idiot. But maybe he doesn't care. But yeah, if he's getting $500,000 each win each time, then I guess that'll soften the blow on top of whatever else he's getting from LSU.
A lot. I'm sure he's getting a lot. A lot.
Yeah, man.
That's the dream. A lot of fucking pressure for sure. I think a lot of college football really does have some issues with the playoff format. People don't like that JMU got in and all that stuff, but those guys got to play for something too. So I guess the only thing is you really have to just expand the playoffs. Maybe what is it at 12 now?
So maybe
make
it March Madness style. Let's do it.
I don't think you don't need that many, but what's the Oregon coach? What's his name?
Lanning.
Lanning, yes.
Yeah, Dan Lanning.
He had a really great idea where he said to start college football a week earlier and then go right into the playoffs after the season. So there's no we don't have teams having a whole month off like Ohio State and all that kind of it does play a role whether you like it or not. I mean, being cold for that long with no physical contact for 26, 27 days, it's going to have his ramifications. Maybe not so much for the defense, but definitely for the offense. You've seen a lot of slow starts.
Soft up front, like Ohio State.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, Ohio State is very soft.
God damn it.
And
they ruined my back-to-back. I just went back-to-back, and I thought Ohio State was, but Ohio State went and ruined it.
Yeah, I mean it's tough to do in a real man sport.
I wasn't. I've been pulling to get for Carnell Tate to come to Cleveland, but I don't know the way he was playing in that game. I think he was kind of looking ahead instead of a little too far ahead, instead of keeping his mind on what's in front of him. I think.
You got to look at the whole body work, Bobby. You can't judge a player off just one game.
I'm not saying he'd still be better than anything we got now.
Off my board.
Still, current day is just he definitely his head wasn't in it for sure. That's a fact.
Yeah. I mean, like he said, but you go right into the playoffs after the season. Start the season a week earlier, and then you would have the championship on New Year's Eve, New Year's Day. I think that'd be the perfect scenario. And then you would have another huge issue is the transfer portal on college football. You have people literally jumping ship from their schools while they're in the playoffs. There's a corner from Oregon who entered the transfer portal. They're still in the playoffs. And then you have this Ohio State tight end who entered the transfer portal before the clock hit 000 in the game. So it's a wild times going on right now. With that situation. And I don't really blame the coaches for leaving, whatever. I mean, I get why they're doing it. It's the schedule of college football. That's the issue that's forcing these hands of coaches and players doing what they're doing. And I totally understand from their perspective, you got to get in before the spot's taken. Because if you wait, that corner waits, then, you're not going to get the best opportunity for you NIL wise or situation wise, wherever you were planning to go to begin with. But same thing as these coaches. They have to get the ball rolling on NIL, get the transfer portal, get their staff and all that kind of stuff. So I get it. I completely understand.
College football scheduling sucks, dude. I don't care what I didn't watch Ohio State versus Grambling State. I don't need to watch that. I already know it's gonna be 80-0, 70, whatever. That shit's boring to me. At least for Notre Dame, your first two games were some legitimate competition. I mean, our first game was against Texas. Yeah, but after that, it was not nothing until the Michigan game, and then they were ass this year too. So it was there was still something there just because it had been 3 years. But yeah, man, I don't know. USC's been in the Big Ten 2 years already, and they haven't played Ohio State. I think finally their third year we're gonna play them. We got these teams all the big dogs. They should be clashing every year. I just instead of playing these teams, and I get it. These smaller schools get a nice payday and stuff, the Toledos of the world, BGs and shit. But that's just boring to me, man.
And to kind of bring it full circle back to Notre Dame, it's what's not going to fix it is having them stay independent and get these auto bids into the playoffs no matter what. I mean, that's certainly not going to be a thing, I hope.
Yeah, what do they have to – if they're in the top 12, they make it, I think is what that whole deal was.
Yeah, no matter what kind of situation. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I think it's still a bad look to opt out of your bowl game, irregardless. But, I mean, if it's a whole, thing. But
I'm so glad you said that about the bowl game because I totally – disagree with you. What's the problem with them opting out of that bowl game? I just watched this Mississippi State game last night where this freshman quarterback who's their future just tore up his knee. For what? Playing for a fucking mayonnaise bowl game? It's not like they opted out of the Sugar Bowl or the Rose Bowl or the Super Bowl. They opted out of the Pop-Tarts Bowl. Is it really worth ruining your next season over a Pop-Tarts Bowl?
That bowl game is legendary.
Yeah, it is. And man, there's some good clips. There's some good clips. Like these bowl games, all they're here for now, I feel like, is gambling, for people to gamble on.
Yeah.
I did hear an interesting take of somebody saying move these bowl games, what should be the bowl games, to week 1 of next year. So that forces some of these teams to play each other instead of scheduling, glorified scrimmages. You kind of, in college basketball, how they have that ACC Big Ten challenge at the beginning of they pair you up with a team your caliber. Maybe that's something they look at, making these teams play decent games week 1, make them mean more. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe that's the product of having the playoffs to begin with. Like bowl games are just so irrelevant now. It's very unfortunate because bowl games used to be awesome. Like the Rose
Bowl, and
they're
terrible right now.
Something. Yeah, they're awful. I mean, the fans aren't showing up. I'm sure they're losing a shit ton of money.
Watch teams without quarterbacks. They don't have quarterbacks, or they're playing a kid who's a 5th, 6th year senior, is the only quarterback left on the roster. And that's what you got to watch for 2 hours. That's not a good product.
And that's also a product of having that transfer portal because you have a lot of these people opting out before they even get to the bowl game. So, I mean, it's a lot. It's a mess. They need I feel like it's an easy cleanup. Just move a couple things around, fix your schedule, and it would fix a lot of problems. Not all, maybe, but it would fix most.
I think within 5 years they'll get their groove. They'll find the groove and find a good middle ground. Hopefully.
I hope so, because it's the second most popular sport in America, and we need it back.
We're gonna pivot though, Dylan, because you're saying some wild shit on Twitter, man. You say you hate all these Browns, pundits on Twitter and stuff, but you're always replying to them. Stop replying to them, man, and they disappear. You're falling into the trap. But you said, and I'll tell you right off the gate, I think Kevin Stefanski needs to go, and we'll break that down. But first thing that caught my eye, I don't know if it was today or yesterday, you said that the Browns getting rid of Kevin Stefanski is on the same level as the Watson trade.
On the same level? I said could be. As something like, oh, this is what we need to do. Sure. Which I was happy. I mean, if we got Houston Texans, Deshaun Watson, that'd be great. We probably wouldn't be in this predicament right now, but that's not the case. And this is the same situation, or could be somewhat similar to where, okay, I can see why you would want to get rid of Kevin Stefanski, but also I can see 3 years from now, 2 years from now, same thing with the Baker, because we were all like, oh, we should have got rid of Baker. He kind of came down back to earth now, but he was
big time.
He was certainly in the MVP conversation early on, but same situation. It's gonna be like you're gonna be looking back and being like, damn. It's kind of like, having that, you're like I don't know, try to give it like an analogy of like, you're with this chick and things start going sour and then you leave her and then you found someone else. And then the more you're with this new chick, you just realize, maybe the bad stuff with the old ex wasn't as bad as you thought when you were in that situation, kind of thing. He's like, you know what? I was probably wrong because this is a way worse situation. The grass ain't always greener on the other side, fellas. The brown spots are just in other places. So it is what it is. I just don't want it to be. Maybe I'm scared. Maybe I am scared in a way where Kevin Stefanski's not a bad coach, and I can definitely see him going somewhere else where maybe he has more power.
What makes him, and don't immediately just throw out the 2 coach of the year, because I hate that argument.
Why? Because it goes against yours?
Makes him. I mean, because that's just the first thing to throw out.
Because it's part of his resume. You don't just get handed
what makes him a good coach? Because he's supposed to be an offensive guru. They've never been better than middle of the pack. Even the 2
middle of the pack
playoff years.
The bottom of the pack product.
Not in 2020. 2020 was they had everything all across the board. Defense is kind of shit.
And you won 11 games and won a playoff game, didn't you?
Oh, well, that's what I'm saying. But other than that, the other years, everything was pretty much dog shit.
And 21, Baker gets hurt.
Okay.
That's going to be a Barry product because you're shitty-ass third-round pick who can't catch but can run straight lines.
But letting him come back when he had fucking half a shoulder, who's that fall on?
Who? I mean, honestly, I don't know.
Why wouldn't you just step up as head coach like Baker? Just you got to sit the fuck down, dude. Like you suck ass right now because you don't have a full shoulder. Instead of just letting Baker be like, no, I'm not sitting. I'm playing. And then
I mean, I can see that being an organizational decision or front office decision where it's like,
yeah, maybe that's not all on him, but I don't know. I feel like he's like the initial first layer of defense.
Should be, right. Yes. I mean, I don't know. I don't know the behind the scenes situation here, but it sounds like based on a lot of things that I've read, heard, and all that kind of stuff, it's like Kevin Stefanski almost has like at least one hand tied behind his back. Like, does he make a lot of these decisions? Does he even want to be here because of the fucking situation? He's like, he doesn't get much say. He's just here to be some CEO mouthpiece for the organization who takes all the fucking bullets for all the negative publicity. And it's just, I wouldn't want to be in that chair either, man. I mean, have you seen him? He aged like a fucking president.
J. Hank, where do you sit on this
So
debate?
I'm kind of interested. I'm on Dylan's side on this one, big time.
Okay.
I'd like to know in like 2023, the Joe Flacco year. I thought that was a hell of a coaching job. I mean, Joe Flacco comes in, you play multiple quarterbacks throughout the season. Like that, I thought that was a hell of a coaching job. And then they decided to not bring back Flacco.
Yeah, and that probably wasn't his.
I mean, it's not Kevin's fault. I think he does a hell of a job. I think when he has that offense going right and they run the ball well, it opens up huge misdirection, pass plays that get guys wide open. Like I think pretty highly of him. I think it'd be a shame and a huge mistake to let him go.
It would be just another cut, I guess, to the fan base because of the Deshaun Watson. Like this would be the final result of this is what we're in because of Deshaun Watson. And a lot of it's just a whole avalanche effect, honestly, because you get Deshaun Watson, it's not working out. And then who knows if it's even Kevin's decision to fire Alex Van Pelt, which was, I think, a great second-hand man in his offense and shared the scheme of the West Coast and all that kind of stuff, the play action, build off the run. Because they fired Alex Van Pelt, then we had to get rid of our O-line coach, which we all loved, and Sanders. That's the name, Saunders? I think it's Saunders. But then again, he left to go coach with his son. So, I mean, you're not going to fucking block him from doing that. Didn't end up well over there either. But this is the Cleveland Browns we're talking about now. It seems like this is like the final straw to break the camel's back for the whole thing that we had going. We had a great thing going until the whole Deshaun Watson.
Okay, so let's just say they bring him back next year, which next year is going to be as bad or worse than this year because they're going to have all these holes that they're gonna have to fill in with young guys and people that some guys will draft, some guys are gonna have to pull off the street. I mean, the entire O line is gonna get replaced. Who knows what they're gonna do? I mean, they have to go offense with these first two picks. They have to do it. Sure. I don't know if there's gonna be a tackle at 6, 7, 8, whatever they're gonna be at. My kids would love that I just said that. And then you got to get a receiver. You got to get a receiver, dude.
Yes.
I mean, Jerry Jeudy is like a number 2 at very best, and then the rest of these guys are dog shit. I mean, your top guy, I mean, my boy, but Harold Fannin, who I guess technically it was your backup tight end. I mean, I guess he emerged as the number 1 guy because Njoku has been out for I don't know how long. I feel like I haven't seen him in months.
It's like he hasn't had like
he's gonna have to take a fat pay cut if he wants to come back. There's no way he's gonna.
He probably won't be back. Yeah.
They should have traded him. I don't know why why not trade the guy and get, try to stack up some picks. But I don't know. There's just so much to fill in there. Defensively, I think we're in a pretty solid spot. I would love if we got JOK back. I don't know. Do we have Devin Bush again next year? I think they need to maybe try
It's a contract year. He needs to resign.
He was great this year. And obviously we got the Rookie of the Year. So linebacking core is looking solid. If JOK can indeed return, we get Emerson back. Campbell emerged as like a legitimate guy. He looks like he's fucking 6'8" out there. He's gigantic. Played incredible. Although Denzel Ward's gonna be turning 30, and I don't know how many more hits he's got left in him, which is scary with him.
Right, but I mean, you're saying it. You're saying it all right there. I mean, it's like, what is?
But how many more? I mean, we're 6 years in. He's 44 and 56.
Yeah, but you can't say
how many more years? What are you going to give?
I can't say he's 2-time coach of the year.
Around?
If I can't say he's 2-time coach of the year, then you can't just say it's been 6 years, because the first 4 were immaculate, or first 3 for sure. So if you were just going to say it's been 3 years of this
first 3
rebuild.
We were just talking about.
Did we go to the playoffs
I wish I could play
twice
the clip,
in the
man.
last first 3?
2020 going into the 2021 year.
Did we not?
We thought that they were going to win the Super Bowl. They sucked, and obviously the whole big thing is a story.
Did we not go to this? Did we not go to the playoffs the first 2 of the 3 years, or 4 years? 3 or 4 years.
When was this first year? 18, 19.
2020 would have been the first year in the playoffs, and then
2020 was his first year, COVID year.
8 and 9, 21.
Yeah.
And then 22 was 7 and 10. And then the 23 year was the Flacco 11 and 6. So 2 out of the first 4 playoffs.
2 of the first 4. So that's great. I mean, compared to what we were at, we're not having a playoff game since 2001 or something ridiculous. I mean, I don't know where Browns fans got this random higher expectation. It's like we're like the fucking ugly dude who finally got this hot chick.
We have that, dude. They've been fucking bottom of the barrel forever. What coach that they fired have gone on to do anything?
It's gonna be Kevin.
That you're worried about. Kevin, he'll be an OC somewhere. That's what he should be. That's where he does okay.
He's a great CEO. He's
Although
even
I don't even know how good of an OC he was over there.
Never too high, never too low, no matter the situation, and that's great for a locker room. I don't need no rah guy.
Why not? That's how you are. I don't know. I mean, I guess I can see both sides of the paint. I think they need a fresh start, fresh coat of paint. But I'm also one of those people, like, if you're gonna send Kevin off, get Andrew Berry the fuck out of here too. Like, because he finally landed on a good draft class, although he missed on the 2 picks of the most important position. Although Shador, I don't know, that's a weird whole other thing too, because like the team's so bad on offense that you can't really completely gauge what his skill set is. I think Dylan Gabriel, that was a waste of a 3rd rounder, but
that's what I'm saying, man. It's just they're so bad. It's like, who else is going to come in here, just be a new voice and same issues? Like, I don't understand. I mean, we're certainly it's an unfair situation for him, for Kevin. That is, it's an unfair situation. It's tough, and I don't want him to be a scapegoat, I guess, is my main thing. If they're going to let him go, Andrew Berry better not be there to pick the next guy. And that's what reports I'm hearing.
You say you don't want a rah-rah guy, but you said you want Jim Schwartz to take the spot if Kevin goes?
He's not much of he's not rah-rah.
What?
Do you see him on the sidelines ever?
They don't ever show him.
He's not rah-rah.
I don't know, man. I think he was.
I think I've seen Kevin scream more on the sidelines than Jim Schwartz.
I don't know. But, yeah, it's time for him to go. 6 years. I mean, it's been 6 years, but how long of a leash would you give the guy? He stays around, and then what? You give him 10 years, 15 years?
I need him to get a quarterback. I need him to get fucking
product. It starts at the top, too, to be honest. It's not just Kevin. Like, the ownership is ass.
Jim, I mean, I like the fact that they spend money and they're willing to spend as much as they want to win, but they need the results for sure. And he's not going to fire himself. It's his fucking team. But, and they're probably not going anywhere anytime soon.
But we got to get past next year, and then we got like fucking buku bucks to really make some noise. But I don't know who the hell is going to want to come here. But you got to just throw some money out, I guess. But we can finally get that nightmare scenario over with. Although, I mean, is he going to compete for the starting job next year with Shador?
You would have to think that is a possibility. As much money you have thrown into that situation, he's not going to be.
What a media frenzy that's going to be. Shador Sanders and Deshaun Watson. Oh, man.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, how long of a leash I'd give him? I mean, I don't know. I think they need to see this through. They need to see this rebuild through, because technically this would be their first rebuild if you're really looking at it. Because I mean, everyone wants to argue that when they came in, they were handed the roster as is, and it was great. I mean, he did a lot better than Freddie Kitchens, but I'm sure a lot of people would. But
yeah, should have traded.
Now this is technically this is their first rebuild. I mean, like they really went for the gusto. It blew up in their face. Unfortunately, because I mean, there was half the league was after Deshaun Watson. Browns aren't like this only person. I mean, they just gave him the money and he said yes. I mean, it's very unfortunate what happened, but the process was there, and anyone during that time would say, yes, Deshaun Watson is better quarterback than Baker Mayfield. I mean, I think anyone that watches ball would have said that, but the product that we got was unfortunately rotten. And now I think they deserve to see this through as far as their rebuild and their revision of the roster. And they're handcuffed with that fucking contract, man. And it's, as you know, playing on Madden, and it's not real life, but it's Madden. I mean, the cap is hard to kind of maneuver around, pay your guys. You got to re-sign the good guys, try to keep this defense together, and then you have to hit on these draft picks. And unfortunately, Barry hasn't done that. He has this year, and I hope he can do that for the offensive side of the ball of this coming up draft, if he's still here.
I don't want Nick Chubb's sacrifice, to be for naught. Something's got to come from that. Because that was really the beginning of the end there.
Yeah, I mean, it was part of many things, many snowflakes of the avalanche, yes.
The world's been gray since that injury.
Yeah, I'm like, what's that movie, Silent Bird? Or what is it called? Silent, maybe? You're just blindfolded?
I don't know. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, I was really pulling for that dude. I was hoping he'd maybe have some kind of flashes over there in Houston. But nah, it's a wrap, man. I think I don't think they're gonna bring him back next year. He might be done for good. Which is sad.
Yeah, he will retire a Brown at least, I'd imagine. Go in the Ring of Honor.
So yeah, he better. Yeah, fucking better, man.
Yeah, for sure. Have him come over next year if he's not in the league. Come smash a guitar for us.
Yeah.
Put on the Batman mask.
Stupid fucking bat. No, he didn't like that.
Wear the Batman mask one more time.
He hated that. I felt bad for him on that.
That was his idea, I'm sure.
No way.
Yeah, dude. He leaned into that fucking Batman signal bullshit. Yeah, 100%. He's a big comic guy.
Yeah, doesn't mean you want to walk around wearing a fucking Batman mask.
Probably changed his voice too, man. Let
him be our running backs coach or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I mean,
or strength and conditioning coach.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't want it to be going back to the Kevin thing. I don't want it to be something we look back on and be like, damn, we probably
keep talking like that. Has them like they don't give a shit what the team does until like it's dome time, because then they want people to like show.
I don't think that's the case either.
Out.
Because it's not just going to flip a switch and be like, hey, we got a good team now. The building starts now. You know what I'm saying? They got to start now. I mean, get your quarterback now.
It won't be next year. That's 100% fact. I think people need to brace themselves. Like, next year's going to suck. It's going to be a bad year.
If they hit on draft picks, we'll see. It's not going to be great, but it can be. If people have realistic expectations, which I don't think they do now. I don't know what they were thinking this year. Like, of course, we were not going to win the fucking division or anything like that. Like, people going off the lunatic fringe of, oh, they're fucking terrible, fire them all, blah, blah, blah. It's like, what do you expect this year to be, man? This is like, they built a great foundation of young players, more on the defensive side. And hopefully they just build off that. And I really need it, Bobby, to be an offensive dominant offseason. Need it to be.
Yeah, damn right. Like I said, every spot on the O-line got to get replaced.
Yeah.
Dwan Jones, I mean, he's nothing now. That sucks. He was like the man, dude, but he's just made out of paper mache. It sucks. I thought we found the dude. Like, all right, here we go, and they'll give him one more chance. 3rd round, 4th round.
Yeah.
I mean, as like a bat, why not?
I don't know if his knees will give him another chance, but I mean, he's going to get another chance at right tackle. He will start next year.
That dude, Zach Zinner from Michigan, like, God, what a bust. I know, like, he had like a knee injury like a senior year because I think he was going to be like a 1st rounder until he got hurt, but he is dog shit. We got Luke Whippler. He's okay, and then they kind of just threw Whiteteller into the scrap heap. I don't know. That's kind of weird, but whatever.
Does Joel come back one more year?
No shot. I don't know why he came back this year.
Yeah, he had to finish out his contract, dude. That's a lot of money to leave it on the table.
Yeah, I guess
you would do it.
Why not?
And then how about just what terrible luck, Judkins, who shows flashes of being, great, and then that's probably a 12-month injury.
Luckily, no. He didn't tear any
Yeah,
ligaments. It's
yeah.
just
There's
an
no
ankle.
ligaments, so that is nice.
Okay.
But
I think they said he'll be
still,
back for training camp.
Awesome.
You never
All right.
know if he's going to be
Yeah.
like 100% the same.
It didn't look
And
good.
then like
but
No.
for a while there, it looked good until New England decided to start letting Travion Henderson, do his thing, and he quickly showed that he was probably the better Buckeye pick. But Judkins was still solid. Although, the guy's getting 1 inch before he's getting touched because of how bad the O line is. So for him to almost get 1,000, basically getting touched in the backfield every carry.
They said like 80% of his yardage is after contact, which is crazy.
But we'll see what happens, man. Yeah, I'm happy Harold Fannin Jr. was as good as I thought he'd be. I really manifested that, so I'm trying to manifest getting Carnell Tate over to us because when we bring in Buckeyes, they've been pretty good for us. So let's keep that going.
And for the most part, for sure.
Yeah, Denzel Ward, Judkins for the most part.
And Ronnie Hickman, a Buckeye?
Whippler's kind of, huh?
Ronnie Hickman, he's also a Buckeye, right?
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, he's been pretty good. Yeah, I guess just stick to it. Eagles, they always draft Georgia players. We're going to be drafting.
I'm surprised you don't have a JOK jersey, man.
Yeah.
I hope he comes back.
I just don't buy jerseys. It's
why? Yeah, what's the point? Yeah.
It's
trying to get a Fannin jersey, but
Anytime.
it's like,
Yeah.
I think it might have been a game that I went with you to a Browns game. I bought a Winslow jersey. He was gone
Yeah.
next year.
Oh man.
It's like,
that aged poorly.
Yeah, in ugly fashion.
Yeah.
Miles jersey, he's still here, but yeah, Miles. I got Joe Thomas, and other than that, I think a couple other guys I bought, they're gone. So it's like, it's so risky unless like you buy it the day they re-sign. I want to get a Fannin jersey, like I said, but
and these guys change numbers so much now too.
Yeah,
like you buy one, they change numbers.
Yep, that's true.
Yeah, the last jersey I had was Baker Mayfield. That didn't go well. He tore his shoulder that year, actually. Well, I got it his rookie year, so I guess now he didn't tear his shoulder that year, but I don't know. But either way, yeah, like you said, it's a kiss of death. Some funny one I had before was a Charlie Fry jersey. Nice throwback.
Oh, Chuck Fry.
Yeah, man, I don't know. It is the kiss of death.
eBay. I need a Kelly Holcomb jersey. That was my boy.
I just like to stick with like retro, just graphic T-shirts or something. I like that old style. No jersey, no jersey tee or anything like that. Just give me the logo. Give me some retro look. Give me what was the old brand that they used to go with, like Stars or something like that? Starter jackets. Yeah, Starter. Yeah, here we go. I need one of them. Windbreaker.
Jeff Samar's jersey.
Brady Quinn.
That was your boy.
Brady Quinn
Yeah,
was my boy. Yeah.
Well, he threw to Jeff Samardzija, didn't he? They were together, right?
At Notre Dame, yeah, but Samardzija didn't play for the Browns, did he? He went and played baseball.
No. I meant like Notre Dame.
Yeah.
He didn't play, he just went. I think he went to baseball, right? He didn't even play.
Yeah, he went and played baseball.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't even get your Notre Dame guy, so you must your thoughts on Tommy Rees. I like Tommy Rees, right?
Tommy Rees, to me, is like the boogeyman who will just never go away. I have Tommy Rees stuck in my mind of when he was actually the quarterback at Notre Dame, and continually blew games, but came in to save games. So offensive coordinator when he was with the Browns. Hated that he left to go to Alabama. So, and then, I don't know, not the biggest Tommy Rees fan, but that's more to do with his time as the quarterback at the University of Notre Dame.
Yeah, I don't know. He's such a buzz name.
Always, and I don't understand.
Yeah, he's like UCLA job, Michigan job,
and he really did nothing at Alabama. I mean, he was 1 year at Alabama.
I know Nick Saban loves him, and I think that's probably what you have Nick Saban.
Yeah, carries some weight probably.
Yeah, speaking highly of you.
Yeah. Couple more things though. We'll get you out of here. One thing I want to get into. We're all maybe not so much now, but consumers of MMA, like UFC specifically. But I actually can't tell you the last time I've watched a pay-per-view, just because I was telling you before, they're like in such a lull, in my opinion, right now. minimal star power, and it's very tough for me to stay up till 2 o'clock in the morning to watch pay-per-view, because them cards start at 10. So it's got to be, worth my while. And anymore, the Russians have taken over, you know what I mean? They're just all over the map. And, all the guys that I came to love, I was a big Adesanya fan, and he kind of, dropped down big time after, he took a loss. And then after that, he was kind of like Ronda Rousey, where like he took that first loss and he kind of lost the luster and hasn't ever been able to get back on. And there's just not any star power. Everyone's retiring, like Poirier's, all the Poiriers of the world. And then like, Connor, he hasn't fought in who knows how long, keeps flirting with that, but I'm kind of tired of that whole cat and mouse game. But I don't know, man. The last probably 2 years, maybe 3 now. It's kind of lost its luster to me, man. I don't know. What about you?
Yeah, I 1,000% agree. It's almost like they hype these guys up and make us fall in love with them and get super hyped about them, whether it's Sugar Sean or even Dustin. I think even Masvidal. These guys they hype up and we're so enamored with them, and then they get in the cage and they get tossed around for 25 minutes against Marab or Habib or Islam, and it's just so boring to watch 25 minutes of them just pushing, wrestling around the cage. It's not even like fun, cool wrestling. There's no submission, it's nothing like that. It's just a boring style that's taken over, and then it just ruins these guys that we grow that are exciting and flashy and that we're excited to see. So I'm agree with you 100%.
Yeah, I think the other thing that kind of screws everything up too is like this new emergence of like I guess you'll call it like celebrity boxing. These guys like Francis Ngannou, who was like one of the guys of the heavyweight class. And I get it, man. Like these guys, unless you're like I don't know, one or two, maybe 3 guys at the top of the top, you're not really getting paid what you really should be getting paid. So why not go over here and box, some, fucko from TikTok or who knows what, and make 7 figures or 8 figures. They had, the one fight that they had that kind of everyone was clinging on that, of course, never came to be was, John Jones and Aspinall, because Aspinall was as an interim, and then I don't know if John Jones is still considered like the heavyweight champ or if he finally actually legitimately retired. I should probably look that up, but I mean that was what everyone was waiting on, and it just never happened, man. But this next card coming up for 324 that I'm looking at is actually pretty good. It's going to be main evented by Justin Gaethje and Paddy the Baddy, so that'll be kind of good. And then Kayla Harrison's going to be fighting, one of the GOATs, Amanda Nunes. And then D'Lo, your guy, Sean O'Malley's going to be fighting. So this might be probably the best card that I've seen in probably some time. So
when's that one?
That's the start of something. That is going to be on the 24th. So 3 weeks from now, 4 weeks from now.
I have to get together for that one.
Yeah, I mean that might be something here, but yeah, it's just all the guys that were kind of leading the charge there either retired or just fell on hard times. I'm looking here.
Yeah, kind of piggybacking off of what you both said. It's just like, the Russians are taking over and their style kind of sucks. It doesn't. I mean, it is ultimate fighting. In a sense, it's the ground and pound type of just wrestling to a T, and it just doesn't translate to television. It doesn't, it's certainly not, because it's like we were just talking football. It's like watching a football with no offense. It's all defense, and it's just like it is football, and I mean some people are really into that because they love defense, but at the same time, there's no flash. The UFC kind of needs more strikers, and they need to inject these cards with more striking capabilities, like your Sean O'Malley's and of the world, and Adesanya when he was in his heyday.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking like who's gonna take down Islam or Khamzat, or
even Marab,
Yeah,
it's so, and none of those guys have a
Pereira,
personality.
like those four right there, like no one's. I mean, no one's gonna be able to.
I don't know. It's maybe there is a way in a sense of just creating a better takedown defense and just force them to fight upright as opposed to getting on the mat. But I mean, that's like really the only way.
He's got to get better on the ground because he's rushing.
Yeah,
like that's what they.
But it's they're starting so far behind. Those dudes have been wrestling since they came out of the womb, and you're like trying to pick it up in your 20s or teens, and you're just 10 years behind.
Yeah, I mean, Khabib. Everyone talks about wrestling fucking grizzly bears and shit.
Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, you just got to for our viewing pleasure, they have to work on the takedown defense and keep the fights on the feet and not on the back, because that's what's going to really, even the casual fan is going to gravitate more to the striking fighters than the ground and pound wrestlers, for sure.
They just need I don't know if they still do the Ultimate Fighter. I think that was always a good way to bring up newer guys, because the thing that I missed about that was like the two coaches at the end of that the series, those guys would fight because it was always like two top guys. So like I don't know, they gotta like try to shake some shit up. I think the one kind of cool thing, even though this whole streaming world shit is like in a flux, but I think I saw that UFC is on Paramount Plus, where like whatever that monthly thing is, like you pay that and that includes all the UFC pay-per-view, which is cool. Unlike when they were with ESPN Plus, you had to pay for that subscription plus the $80 for the pay-per-view. So that's kind of cool. But like I said, if I'm going to like drag myself to stay up that late into the night, man, it's got to be worth my while, man, because that is a very tough ask in this day and age for me.
Yeah, well, okay. So let me throw you this then. Would you rather stay up all night for a ground and pound fight that lasts 5 rounds, all 25 minutes, or stay up all night for something that ends in 13 seconds with a knockout KO?
If who's fighting, if it's like two people I'm very interested in, like I'll watch some 5 rounds, go back and forth and shit.
Well, I'm saying it's just like that was the thing. It's 25 minutes of like the back on the mat, just keeping everything ground control. That's how they're winning.
We were just talking about. Like I'll watch Gaethje and Paddy the Baddy go the distance. You know what I mean?
But that's not the case. That's not the scenario. Paddy the Baddy and Gaethje, that would be the 13-second first round knockout. I'm talking about what you have to have that.
What, just two fucking random fuckos? Yeah, I'd rather. Yeah,
sure.
I'd rather
High name Russians. End with a V. We're going to win by ground control only.
No, if it's two guys I don't give a shit about, then no, that's gonna be boring to me.
It's gonna be boring. I don't give a fuck who it is, honestly. And it could be the two most famous wrestlers in the world. It's just boring. That style is boring.
Yeah, I mean it's not for everyone. Yeah, like people love the knockouts. I get it, man. I mean it's always fun to watch.
It's two people just fucking slugging each other's faces, hugging it out at the end. Crowd's going wild.
But like we gotta, because like the heyday for me was like probably 2009 to like, I don't know, man, 15, 16, like
that's be like the McGregor era.
Every card top to bottom, even some of like the pre-show fights were bangers too, man.
Yeah, I think McGregor had UFC on its back. The way he had, like, even like not just him, but just like that era of UFC, it was great.
And then he got humbled, man, and then just
and
he ain't been back since. He beat Cowboy Cerrone, which everyone on the fucking planet has, pretty much. But before we get out of here, last time I had you on, I forgot to ask you this, so I'm gonna ask you now. You've had 4.5 years to cook up an answer, Jay Hank. So I'm going to ask you the question I ask all our guests at the end of each episode, and that is, knowing what you know today, what is one thing you would tell your 18-year-old self?
Well, yeah, I have had plenty of time to think about this. And as I look back when I was that age, I'd basically just tell myself, try your best. Like, who cares what people think about you? Don't worry about what people think about you. Just quit trying to be cool. Just do your best. Like you get kind of caught up in maybe not doing homework and going out with your friends. And it's just like, dude, do the right thing. It'll make your life so much easier. And that's really what I would just tell myself, is just try your hardest, try your best. Because I look at my daughter and that's all I want for her, is just to try her best And no matter the outcome, I'm going to be proud of her. But I just want to know that she tries her hardest. And I would tell myself that looking back, get better grades. It's okay. You don't have to go do that. You don't have to dress like this to be, cool or accepted. Like, just be yourself. That's basically the advice I would give myself.
I like it. I love that answer, man. There it is.
No,
there it is.
But don't get me wrong, Bob. Don't get me wrong. We had some badass times, and I wouldn't change any of it. But I would. That's we had some good times, man. I wouldn't change. I would never change anything.
Fantastic times, man. I still think about some of them times, man. That's a fact.
It scares the shit out of me now that my daughter's getting old. Like,
yeah.
Always working angles to try to create an avenue to go do something we shouldn't be doing.
That's 100%, man. But it was always made for the best times. But J. Hank, man, I really appreciate you giving us some time and coming back and talking some shop with us. Definitely won't be the last time. We'll do it again. Hopefully a lot sooner than 4.5 years from now. But yeah, and like I said, me and Dylan, we're gonna be on the lookout, man. We need to see a happy J. Hank clip this year, man. Hopefully hoisting up a trophy, spraying some champagne like Dylan said. And yeah, hopefully not, throwing your fingers into a driver's face or pulling people out of cars, whatever you got to do. But yeah, we'll be rooting you on, man. Hopefully, great success for the team this year. And yeah, Dylan, maybe I'll go with you, man. But we got to get you over there, check out the facility over there in Sandusky. Some really cool stuff happening right in our backyard, pretty much. So we'll check that out. But Dylan, you know what time it is, man.
Yes, sir. For the first time in 2026. It's that time. Thank you so much, Josh, for hanging out with us and the people in the chat. Thanks for showing up and tuning in. This podcast will be available on all platforms Monday, as this is recorded on a Saturday night on the 3rd, so that'd be the 5th at 6 a.m. That will be dropped audibly and on our YouTube in a more denser form there. But we like doing these lives, getting people in the chat, getting people involved. And yeah, we'll be available on Monday for those who weren't able to tune in. But thank you so much, Josh, for the time. Let's get you in victory lane. And yeah, I want to see that next 2026 clip that goes viral. Not the sad boy, not the finger pointing, but the champagne spraying, baby.
Let's go.
Checkered flags for the future. Salute to you and your team. And I wish you all the best. For myself, Bobby, Josh, have a wonderful week, friends, and good luck to all of your New Year's resolutions. Take care.
TSP, we like to welcome you. Every show we drop a gem on you to invest in you. We giving you the game, not no lame shit. These other podcasts talk about the same shit. We talk sports, world news, entertainment.